Welcome to the blood pressure log demonstration video. I'm going to start up at the top of the page and I'll run through all the features on this page, and then we'll get into actually logging a blood pressure reading. So first we have a link that allows you to log out, and that link is the same as this one, only this link here appears on every single page, so you can log out from any page you like. And then next we have a link to Facebook, so if you're signed up on Facebook, you can share us with all your friends on Facebook and see us there. Or you can shout out a tweet and let all your followers know about blood pressure logs. Down here is a link to our history chart page, which is brand new. And our history chart is similar to this chart here, only it can be much bigger, and it allows you to go back in time and pull up different blood pressure readings from different times and different dates. So that's a new feature we like. Next is our tab links to all our links on the site. Then there's a greeting welcoming you to the site and showing how you're logged in, which email you used to log in. And next is some information telling you to log your blood pressure reading information in the fields below, and then click Go. Down here are the form fields themselves, and I would like to run through these one at a time real briefly. The first is your name, and this will be the screen name you used when you signed up for bpchronicle.com. The next is the date and time, and this is a critical piece of information, so it cannot be changed. It simply goes off of what your computer clock says, and that way it's current for any time zone you may be in. The next is the systolic pressure, and then the diastolic pressure, and then the pulse. So I provided 3 form fields for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you can fill these in, and this may help you to gain some insight as to how your eating habits and your lifestyle is affecting your blood pressure. Or you can simply leave them blank, it's up to you. But I'd like to point out a feature that's tied to those 3 fields, and that is with the diet plan page. If I click on one of these, and it could be any one of them, but when I click on one, this blue box shows up, and this box is tied to the diet plan page. Right now nothing's showing up underneath here because I don't have any foods on my diet plan yet, and there is a whole nother video that shows you how to work this page, and I will be making that shortly, so look for that, and you can see that on the diet plan page. Okay, the next field is alcohol. Now, alcohol can adversely affect your blood pressure, so I've provided that field for those of you who drink. Next is the activity field, so you can put in any activities you might have done that day that would help your blood pressure. Exercise is always good. And finally, the notes field, and here you can put if your pressure was high that day, you can put some information in there that could be a clue as to why your pressure was high, or if your pressure was low, you can put in there what you thought you did that helped make your pressure low, or you can just leave some special instructions in there, anything you like. So below that is the Go button, and once you push this button, your reading will be logged into the database. Then below that, a link so you can like us on Facebook, and we hope that you will do that. Then down here, this is where your actual text readings show up. And as far as right from the database, your textual readings. And I would like to go over to the systolic field here for a minute and show you that that is in green. Now, should this pressure rise above 135, that'll turn yellow, throwing up a caution. And if it gets up above 145, then it turns red, meaning a more critical reading. In the diastolic field, if it rises above 85, it turns yellow, and then if it rises above 95, it turns red. Down below your text readings, I've provided your weekly averages and your monthly averages. Now, if you can get these readings looking good and down in a normal range, then you're doing pretty well. That means over time that you're doing the right things. Below that is simply a box where I put alerts and news and things that may be going on with bpchronicle.com, and those are just special notes to the users. This one is telling us about an alert to our new history chart page. So, and there may be other news there, but those will actually be on the form as well. Down below that is the actual chart. Now you can see that this chart has not yet begun to draw anything. And the reason for that is you have to have two different dates of readings before that chart can actually draw things. If I go back up here, you can see I have two readings logged, but they're the same date. They're both the 20th of July. So as soon as I get another date on there, then the chart will begin to draw and chart lines on here so we can see our readings show up. And I'll demonstrate that whenever we go and log a blood pressure reading. But I'd also like to get into one more thing about the chart. Up here you can see that there's a factoid that says you can simply click on the chart and it will become a PNG image. So I'll get into explaining a little bit more about that as well, but basically if you left click on the chart, it turns it to an image so you can then save it to your computer, and after that it's just like a photograph. So, okay, let's go up and actually log a blood pressure reading. So I'll go to the systolic, and my systolic was 125. To the diastolic, which was 65. And then to pulse, which was 70. Now I'm not going to log anything in the breakfast, lunch, and dinner fields because that's not necessary for the demonstration. But over here in the alcohol field, I'm going to simply put 1. And in the activity field, I'm not going to put anything there either. I do want to, however, leave myself a note. LA, which is left arm reading, is what that stands for, because I log readings in both my right and my left arm. And it's a good reading, so we'll put good. And then when we hit our go button, our reading should show up down below here, and our chart should begin to draw our readings. So I'm going to click go. And then down here you can see our reading showed up here, and it is in a different color. And the reason for that is every time the date changes, it changes to a different color. And this allows you to see that the dates are different for different days, and it just allows you to easier see the different days. Okay, if we pan down to our chart, we can see our chart has begun to draw our daily average lines. And now I would like to demonstrate the PG image and how you get that. Now when I left click on the chart, it will become a PG image, and there'll be a message that shows up down here letting us know that if it's become a PNG image. So I'm going to left click on the chart. Now you can see down here it says the above chart is now a PNG image. You can now right click on it and choose how to save it. So I'm going to go up and right click on the chart, and a dialog box comes up that asks me to save image as, and there's a few other options that you can do with it. But you would just hit save image as, and then you can save it and name it whatever you like. And then you'll have the ability to email it to your doctor or whoever you like, or just store it so you can go back and look at readings and do different things. Okay, that concludes the blood pressure log demonstration video. So go to bpchronicle.com, get registered, log in, and start logging your readings. Thank you.